Yo, what is up, y'all? Willie Beeman here, getting ready to bring you guys a 2K18 video. So I've been seeing all kinds of stuff on Twitter, on YouTube, just literally everywhere. I've been tagged in everything. Shout out to Brother Jones for DMing me a bunch of info today too. He's been hooking me up. He's been the plug today, hooking me up with some sweet info. But I'm gonna bring you guys a video about the facts, man. We're gonna sift through all this stuff that's been coming out. You've heard everything from, oh my gosh, the most minute details to the most grandiose schemes. But what is true, what isn't? So we're gonna go over that in this video today. So if you like the video, man, hit that like button for your boy. And if you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe. So man, let's go ahead and start this thing off. I'm gonna show you guys some screenshots from the actual trailer, and we're gonna talk about some of those things. So the first screenshot I'm gonna show you guys is the actual playground. So apparently the park is now the playground. The courts look fairly similar to last year's game and everything. It's a little bit more gritty. There's no more affiliations. So now there's like Old Town courts, Baller courts, and Rivet City courts, which is cool. I like that. I mean, there wasn't really affiliations last year. Really, it was just a name. You could play with anybody you wanted, so it didn't matter anyway. So I'm not surprised. And then if you look at the very top of the screenshot, there is the Jordan Legends court. During the official 2K live stream, that they said that court is actually going to be changing up throughout the year to different kinds of things like 2s, 3s, 4s. That was officially from either Ronnie or LD. I can't remember who said that. So that court's going to be changing up all year, and then the other courts are 3s. Then they have 2s. They have a dunk contest, and then they have 1v1s this year. So they have all kinds of different things that you can try out. So the park is pretty much the same in terms of like the structure. So no rec center, just park. Next screenshot we're gonna go to is the actual neighborhood. So now we have the open world. They said that there's gonna be between 80 and 100 players per neighborhood. So this is kind of like the new loading area. So you kind of load in, you get to run around the neighborhood. You can go to the playground, which is now the park. You can also still play walk-on pro-am or team-up pro-am. You can go to the stage, and they have confirmed that stage is supposed to be 24/7. So we'll see about that. And then if you look at this screenshot, you can see that there are different shops on both sides. So now you have tattoo shops, you have the swag store, you have the barber shop, you have Foot Locker. You have all different areas that you can go to purchase your clothes, your shoes, get your tats, get your hair looking right. So now that's gonna be the system, kind of like GTA, for you guys that have played GTA. So that's the new system that they got. It hasn't been confirmed on how that actually works, if you have to go to the actual store to change your clothes, or if you can just change them on the fly after you purchase them. You just have to go to the store to purchase things. So that's remained to be seen, but the stores are set up now, and you're not going to really have the menus like in the past. So this next screenshot, if you look over on the right, that's going to be the dunk contest court. It's kind of off to the side, and then there's the venue, which is going to be the special events court. And the venue is going to be holding all kinds of special events. I'll go over that a little bit later because I have a different screenshot for that. So next is going to be like this 2K fun zone. I can't remember exactly what they called it, but it looked like a pretty lit little like chill area that had all kinds of random little games. And this is the screenshot that I took from it because this is what I'm gonna be a goat in. I'm gonna drop all you guys off in mini basketball. And I did see on one of the rep rewards that you can actually unlock one of these in your MyCourt. So as soon as I hit that rep, GG, I'm gonna be just playing mini basketball constantly. Alright, so now I'm gonna just kind of briefly tell you guys that you can actually upgrade your player in every game mode this year. So you can upgrade your player, his attributes and his badges in either MyCareer, the playground, which is the park, or Pro-Am. So you can do any of those. And also here, this is something that people forget to mention, is you can actually upgrade your player in the training room as well. So that's going to be another area in the neighborhood that you can go to and train up, you know, get your guy better. So now talking about training up or making your guy better, now this year the grind, the rep grind, is called Road to 99. So this is kind of like the Road to Legend. They basically have changed this up, and these are going to be kind of like your rep tiers. So you kind of have your rookie, your pro, your all-star, your superstar, and then your legend. So that's kind of to give you guys probably a feel for how the grind is going to be for getting your upgrades. Just kind of imagine where you were at, and then just kind of look at that, and that'll probably tell you, you know, what you need to do to grind to get that point. So I'm a superstar 2 in 2K17. So I'm going to assume that I can probably hit, you know, a 90, 95, probably pretty easy. I bet it'll be a little easier to rep up this year than in years past, because I think they want to get away from people no-lifing the game as much as they really have. And so you can see some of the unlocks between the shoes. You know, you get a bike now, which is pretty lit. So yeah, those are some of the unlocks. So now, instead of getting rep, you're getting attributes. And so next, I'm going to show you guys a couple of screenshots. They have confirmed dual archetypes are in the game. Dual archetypes are in the game. So all of my archetype theory videos were legit. I had a feeling this was going to come out. I mean, it was pretty easy for them to do it. Honestly, it needed to be done too, because 2K17 was, your players were just so one-dimensional. It was terrible. So now you can mix archetypes, but you can also make those pure archetypes from 2K17. So if you want to be a sharpshooter from 2K17 or that kind of style, you can make what's called a pure sharpshooter, and you can just pick, you know, sharpshooter, you know, as your primary and your secondary. And so what you guys want to look at now as well is the badges. So if we look at this screenshot, we have the shot creating, passing, and ball handling. So this is a shot creator playmaker build basically. And so if you look at the badges, you know, it's hard to tell in this screenshot because these are just cell phone pictures, but you get to unlock 3 Hall of Fame badges, and I believe it's 5 gold badges. I can't really read that very well, but the Hall of Fame badges are really what we want to look at. So you get ankle breaker, tireless scorer, and difficult shots on Hall of Fame with this build. So that's a mixed build with 3 Hall of Fames. But if we look at this screenshot, you get the passing and ball handling and the 3-point shooting. This build actually comes with 0 Hall of Fame badges. So there's going to be a mixture of how the Hall of Fame badges actually come to each player. I'm not quite sure what determines that at all, but there is a way for you to get a primary and secondary or a dual archetype player that can get Hall of Fame badges. It just depends on your archetype mixtures and combinations. So now, one of the most exciting features for me, being, you know, a long-time MyCareer, you know, badge grinder and things like that, is this new badge progression system. So now they have a badge progression system. These badge progression bars are a point total. These do not correlate 100% with like how many of these things you have to do. So like post spin technician has 12,000 there. You don't have to do 12,000 post spins. This is a point system situation, so don't look at those and think you have to do 12,000 of those. So it's really undetermined on really what you have to do to get these badges. So if anybody tells you have to do a certain amount of things to get a certain badge, they don't know what they're talking about. So now let's move on to a few of the kind of official screenshots. So here we have the screenshot for kind of how the neighborhood kind of works. So you have the playground, which is going to be MyPark basically. You get on the got next, you get on the squad spots, you know, you play your friends. It says it has 3v3s, 2v2s, all kinds of stuff. The 2K zone is basically keep up with everyone in your neighborhood. You can play trivia, you know, you can play blacktop. There's all kinds of things in there, so that's kind of cool. Kind of interested to see what is really in there. I didn't really see much footage from that, so don't know what all's going on in there, but that's where the screenshot from the guy playing the mini basketball's from. Then you have your Foot Locker store, which is one of the, you know, the mini stores that they have where you can purchase things. So that's kind of where you get your shoes and, you know, your shirt, your clothes, all that good stuff. Then the venue is going to be the new events. That's where the events are going to happen. So basically, just like in 2K17, like that top part of the, you know, the MyPark and Sunset, where you go play the Mountain Dew or the park event, that is what this is now. So they're bringing back the Mountain Dew 3 times tournament, and then they're gonna have ante up and house rules again, and also they're bringing back Park After Dark, so hopefully that'll be better. And also they're doing a Ruffles Ruffles is sponsoring this Ruffles 4-point line. So this is probably going to be a new park event where they actually have a 4-pointer, and obviously from this screenshot it looks like that blue line above the actual 3-point line is going to be your Ruffles 4-pointer. That'll be interesting, probably fun to play. There's a few park events that are kind of cool, but most of the time the park events are pretty lame, besides the good old Mountain Dew 3 times tournament. But anyway, that's pretty much all of the straight facts that I wanted to bring you guys, because these are really the important ones. The only other thing I wanted to tell you guys is something that iPod King Carter literally just tweeted about, and that's that we get to actually play in the playground for the prelude. So on September 8th, whenever the prelude drops, which is free to everybody, it's the demo of 2K18 to download. All you gotta do is download that, and you can actually play in the playground. But the catch is, you can't play online. So it'll be the neighborhood situation, but it's gonna be a lot of CPUs. So you get to play the playground, but it's not with actual people. So that's pretty much the only drawback to the prelude. I'm interested to see if they're gonna put a cap on how much you can actually grind your player up. Because if you can just keep playing Prelude the entire time, that would be pretty legit. You can just grind it the whole week and hopefully get your guy up to, you know, a 90 overall before the game even actually comes out. And also, I'm not quite sure if the Prelude, if you play that and you lose a game in the playground to CPUs somehow, if that actually affects your record or not. I don't know how that works either. So that'll be something interesting to like keep in mind whenever you go into the playground to play in the prelude. But this is exciting, man. Whenever the prelude comes out, I'll definitely be streaming and recording videos and dropping stuff. So once the prelude comes out on September 8th, I'll have a lot more detail into what I'm gonna do. I'm not really gonna try to talk about everything, but I'll give you guys a rundown on kind of my strategy and how I go about making my players. And hopefully that'll help you guys out. And also, you know, I'll keep bringing you guys any kind of news that comes out for 2K18. But anyway, this is Willie Beeman, and I'm out. Peace.